Okay. Welcome to the KubeVirt community meeting, June the 10th, 2020. We have a very short agenda. It's the first point, first and only point is of Daniel Belenki. And I'm turning over the word to Daniel.
Yeah, thanks. So I just wanted to bring a heads up to the community meeting. So in these days, I don't know if you saw the announcement, I think 2 days ago, that we redeployed Pro and all the core components. And we are basically preparing the ground to migrate Travis jobs to Pro. So it will eventually allow us to separate a single long Travis build to various pro jobs that will run in parallel, and hopefully it will make the logs more readable. It will be easier to debug failures. We hope that it will also improve the runtime of this test, and it will be more stable, of course. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, any questions or comments to Daniel?
Daniel, is this new job can it be a blocker for the long end-to-end tests? Because there is no point of running them if this is not passing, I think.
So not at first stage, but I can elaborate a little bit about future plans. So right now it is not, it's on our roadmap, but we're not actively working on it. But the plans for the future are also to introduce Tecton, which is also a Kubernetes add-on that introduces a pipeline object. And when we will have pipeline objects, we will be able to run, for example, this test and then run something else. Well, in theory, we can achieve it even without Tecton, but I don't think that we want to do it at first stage. Because what you are talking about is eventually changing the way that we are working today. And I'm not arguing if we should or shouldn't do it, but just at the first step, we don't want to alter the current behavior of the system. We just want to migrate to a different place. And then we can decide, for example, to run the protests before to run the unit tests before we're running the functional tests.
Okay, thanks.
So, any more questions? Okay, so then it's time for the open floor. If anyone wants to discuss something, feel free to start.
I've been having a lot of trouble with vert control image upload. Anybody noticing this?
Any more description? What issue are you having?
Lots of issues. I see a scratch PBC get created but not bound. I have URL proxy not found. Seems like the documentation doesn't match what is the actual functionality.
Can you open an issue about it on the upstream?
I'm sorry?
Can you open an issue about it on the upstream? I mean, I've seen a couple of errors, but nothing related.
Yeah, I saw another guy open up issue 1219, and he's pretty close to what I see. So I'm happy to piggyback off of that one. Is this client binary and argument tested often?
It's part of the regular test suite, as far as I know. So it's tested on every test run.
Okay. Is it tested against Minikube by any chance?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on Kubernetes directly.
Yeah, actually, the test lanes we have are most of the time our Kubernetes providers, and we also have some kind lanes, but out of my head, I can't recall every test lane we have. But like I said, kind and Kubernetes.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, this is Mike Hendrickson. You can, yeah, if you can get in touch with me offline if you have want to help with the specific issue. I mean, what are you using for storage?
Host path.
Okay. And that's your default storage class?
We have one storage class that's a host path directory. I'm just trying to get it to work, so I'm just trying to do a minimal configuration.
Yeah, so the Scratch space should be, you know, if it's host path, so make sure that there's a PV for that, you know, that exists. And make sure that, you know, it is available in the storage class. So, and as far as the upload URL, I mean, if you're not, so if you're using Minikube, I think Minikube has ingress. Are you using ingress, or are you using like kubectl port forward or node port service? You know, it depends. The URL is only discoverable if you're using ingress.
Right. Yeah, I was just about to try out a node port.
Yeah. So.
My comment.
Yeah. So. Port forward is a good way to go to, or you can try node port, and then you just have to, you know, specify the IP and the port. But feel free to get in touch with me offline. I can.
Sure. Thank you.
So then, anything else to discuss today? Okay then, I think then we're done here. I wish everyone a pleasant day, rest of the day, wherever you are. Keep safe. And yeah, until the next community meeting. Thank you.
Thanks all. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.